I'm ready for superhero school.
Cut! Well done, Ryan. Time to record the next scene.
Oh, Father. I've been doing this for 12 years. I think I'm too old for this now.
Shut up, Ryan! Don't you remember the contract you agreed to when you were 3?
But I was still a baby.
No excuses! We're gonna do this forever, Ryan. All the way till you're 50.
I wonder what happened to that Ryan kid I used to watch.
Hey there, guys. Welcome to Ryan's Toy Review.
Holy
Guys, it really looks like Ryan from Ryan's World might finally be stepping into real freedom, and that still feels wild to even say out loud. After almost a full decade of cameras, schedules, scripts, and nonstop uploads driven by adult decisions around him, something has clearly shifted in a big way. This isn't that fake freedom where the content slows down but the brand deals keep rolling every few days. This looks like actual breathing room, real school days, real classmates, real after-school time, and space to grow without a camera, always pointed at his face. For the first time in years, he might be allowed to exist as a normal teenager, not a walking business plan, and that change hits hard. Let's be real, Ryan wasn't just some kid casually posting videos online. He became a full-blown media empire before most kids even learn what that word means. Major toy companies watched his every move like it was the stock market, hoping one look or one mention could send sales flying. His influence stretched further than TV channels adults sit down to watch every night. And that kind of pressure is heavy for anyone, especially someone so young. The grind was constant, the spotlight never dimmed, and the expectations were sky high. If this step back is real, it feels overdue in the biggest way possible. A childhood should be about learning, laughing, messing up, and growing quietly sometimes, not always performing for millions. Seeing Ryan possibly choosing a slower, healthier path feels like a rare win in a space that doesn't hand those out often. But now everything is clearly shifting, and it's happening faster than anyone expected. Uploads are slowing way down, the channel energy feels colder, and Ryan himself barely shows up on screen anymore. Even longtime fans, the same ones who grew up watching him, are openly saying it might be time for him to step away.
His time is well balanced, and he's doing really well at school right now. So maybe main focus is his school.
Yeah, if he came to you and said, "Hey, Dad, I want to be an engineer. Mom, I want to be a teacher like you," I don't want. What do you say? Like, it's okay to leave all of this behind. If like Ryan were to call it quits, like what would happen to pursue something else?
Yeah, for sure. If he finds his passion, we all full support it, and whether it's outside of YouTube or not, we don't really mind.
That alone says a lot. So, what actually changed behind the scenes? Did his parents finally decide to pull back and do what's best? Did Ryan quietly hit a wall after years of pressure? Or is Ryan's world slowly closing its doors without any big announcement? The silence feels loud, and people can sense something major is happening. People always love throwing around the phrase, "let kids be kids." But imagine hearing that at 13 when your life has already been run like a corporation. Ryan wasn't just filming playtime clips, he was already a multimillionaire who spent most of his childhood promoting slime, toys, and products to much younger kids. That kind of reality messes with your sense of normal fads. School friendships, hobbies, all of that had to compete with schedules, brand expectations, and cameras. That's not a typical childhood by any stretch. And let's be honest, Ryan wasn't just another kid on YouTube trying his luck. He was the child YouTuber, the original blueprint everyone copied. He's the reason family channels realized playtime could be flipped into a serious money machine. After him, the floodgates opened, and suddenly everyone wanted their kid on camera. But lately, the vibe feels off, and not in some wild rumor way. It feels quiet, heavy, and uncomfortable, like watching a slow fade instead of a dramatic exit. If we rewind for a second, Ryan wasn't just successful, he was untouchable. By the age of 7, he was earning more than most adults will see in a lifetime. Toy lines, massive licensing deals, a Nickelodeon show, and even branded toothpaste. Yes, actual toothpaste with his name on it. That level of reach is unreal, especially for someone who never really got to choose fame in the first place.
Curious, what do you want to be when you grow up?
When I grow up, I want to be like an animator. I think it's really fun to do because the drawing, and then at the end you get to see the whole thing and see what you've worked on the whole time. And sometimes I can see the drafts first, and then after I can see the full thing. And it's really cool to see how it changes over time.
Yeah, you were in the front.
Ryan, are you going to keep making YouTube videos, given your interest to be an animator and maybe go behind the camera, like as you get older?
I think I will keep going.
Now it feels like we're witnessing the quiet retirement of a child star who carried an empire before he could fully understand what it cost. If Ryan even touched a product, it sold out, no debate about it. For years, his face was everywhere, from toy aisles to screens all over the world, and the brand just kept expanding nonstop. But here's the part people usually dodge or don't want to say out loud. At some point, the fun vibe disappeared. Those toy unboxings stopped feeling like playtime and started looking like tasks on a checklist, locked into contracts and expectations. What once looked exciting slowly turned into something stiff and forced, and you can feel that shift clearly now. If you watch his newer videos closely, it's painfully obvious Ryan is mentally checked out. You can see it in his face, that flat energy, that quiet discomfort mixed with boredom. It's the look of someone going through the motions because millions are still watching. He's sitting there hyping toy cars while he's clearly growing up, dealing with real changes, and wanting to move forward with his life. His voice is deeper now. His reactions are muted, but the content still treats him like he's stuck in kindergarten mode. That mismatch is impossible to ignore. And let's be real, that kind of image sticks with you. School probably isn't easy when the internet has endless clips of your childhood playing on repeat. Imagine trying to fit in, trying to talk to someone you like, and suddenly people pull up old videos of you saying, "Let's learn our colors." That hits hard. He's not just aging out of the content, he's clearly trying to distance himself from it. This doesn't feel like a dramatic exit or some loud meltdown. It feels like someone quietly trying to escape a role they were never meant to play forever. And that reality feels heavy, no matter how famous you are. And look, I've talked about this kid more times than I can count. And at this point, it honestly feels like I've been pushing for his freedom, like it's some kind of public service announcement. But the wild part is, I'm clearly not the only one thinking this way anymore. All over social media, people are saying the exact same thing loud and clear. Twitter threads are blowing up, TikToks are breaking it down, and long YouTube essays are calling it out piece by piece. It's starting to feel less like commentary and more like a digital protest. Let Ryan go isn't a joke anymore, it's a real demand. The internet has collectively clocked the fact that a 13-year-old deserves way more than pretending slime and toy demos are still the peak of his life. And here's where things get really interesting. Maybe Ryan isn't crashing out or making a big scene at all. Maybe he's quietly stepping away on his own terms. No dramatic farewell video, no tearful goodbye speech, no final merch push to squeeze out one last payday. Just a slow, deliberate fade that most people won't notice until it's already done. When you look closely, the signs are all there. His screen time has dropped hard. Ryan used to be the center of every single video, the main focus, the face of the whole operation. Now, he barely shows up. Sometimes it's a quick intro, a short appearance, and then he's gone while the rest of the cast fills the space. That shift doesn't happen by accident. It feels calculated, intentional, and honestly respectful in a way we're not used to seeing. If this is how he exits the spotlight, it feels quiet, controlled, and finally centered around letting him live instead of perform. The thumbnails still blast Ryan's face front and center, but the moment you click the video, it feels like he vanished into thin air. He's barely there, almost like he's on some low-key lockdown from the spotlight. What used to be nonstop uploads are now random, shorter, more stiff, and way less focused on him. The channel is technically still alive, but the energy is gone, the spark is missing, and you can feel that emptiness through the screen. It's like the brand is running on autopilot while the real star quietly steps back. A huge chunk of the uploads now are straight-up recycled clips from when Ryan was much younger. Old moments, old reactions, old playtime, all being replayed again and again. It's his childhood running on repeat, still pulling views, still pulling money, but without him actively being part of it anymore. That alone says everything. The machine keeps moving, but Ryan himself is clearly trying to move on. And here's the biggest shift of all. When Ryan actually speaks publicly now, he's not hyping YouTube, toys, or brand deals anymore. He talks about school, sports, animation, and regular interests. The kind of stuff kids his age actually care about. Normal routines, normal goals, normal life talk. That's a massive change from the scripted excitement we saw for years. In a recent podcast appearance, his parents finally addressed what everyone has been noticing. They said their main focus now is his education, not content schedules. They want him locked in on school, extracurriculars, and having a real teenage experience. And the most important part? They openly said Ryan can quit YouTube whenever he wants. No pressure, no obligation, no guilt pushing him into another toy review. If that statement holds up, then for the first time ever, Ryan might actually be steering his own future. And that's a powerful shift no matter how you look at it, which is honestly a massive shift, especially when you remember this is the same family that used to drop daily uploads like the whole operation would collapse if they missed a day. For years, the pace was nonstop, cameras always rolling, schedules locked in tight. Now, for the first time, it actually looks like they're treating Ryan like a real person instead of a walking toy commercial, and that alone feels unreal. The pressure dial finally turned down, the grind eased up, and suddenly Ryan isn't being pushed front and center every single day. But here's where things get messy, because while Ryan steps back, someone else steps forward. Enter his younger twin sisters, Emma and Kate. The brand looked at one overworked kid and basically said, "Why not a sequel?" and kept it moving. And the twins are only 8 years old, still figuring out basic school stuff, and yet they're already pushed to the front of the camera. They're starring in videos, promoting merch, and leading their own spin-off called EK World like it's a natural next phase. At first, it all looked harmless, just cute cameos, playful slime challenges, background moments in the Ryan universe that didn't raise alarms. But lately, it's starting to look very familiar. More uploads, heavier branding, more products rolling out like clockwork. What once felt like family fun now looks more like a full franchise launch. If you watch a few EK World videos closely, the cracks start showing. The smiles feel stiff, the energy feels distracted, and there's that clear, "Are we done yet?" vibe hanging in the air. These girls didn't wake up one day asking to be internet stars. They were born into it, and that's a huge difference. Just like Ryan before them, they're slowly being shaped into characters instead of kids. They don't understand contracts, licensing, or what it really means to have your life online forever. They're just following directions in a giant playroom that doubles as a film set. Their childhood moments are being recorded, packaged, and sold before they even know what privacy truly is. And that part is heavy no matter how you spin it. Then there's the merch machine, because of course there is. EK World already has dolls, clothes, accessories, toothpaste, almost everything you can imagine. Their faces are on store shelves, while their personalities are still forming. And just like with Ryan, there are no real outside protections in place. Unlike traditional entertainment, where child performers have laws that limit work hours and protect earnings, online platforms leave everything in the hands of parents. If a parent decides to turn family life into a brand, boom! The kids are locked into a franchise before they can even understand what that means. And it's bigger than just this family. The whole family vlogging space is packed with kids turned into content. School drop-offs filmed, emotional moments posted for clicks, and early memories built around a camera lens instead of real privacy. That's why Ryan slowly stepping away doesn't just feel personal, it feels different on a bigger level. His quiet exit stands out in a space that rarely lets kids leave the spotlight without a fight. He's not being shoved into some awkward teen rebrand, not pushed into forced influencer vibes, and not dragged until burnout hits. Instead, he's quietly stepping away, low noise, no mess, no spectacle. That alone makes this moment hit different. If his parents truly mean it when they say Ryan has the choice to quit, then hopefully that same respect reaches Emma and Kate before they run into the same wall. Because the internet doesn't play fair. Views dip, sponsors disappear, and one day those kids will have to figure out who they are when the cameras finally turn off. This moment actually matters more than people realize. For once, we're watching a child YouTuber exit with dignity, not drama. Ryan's world isn't crashing or getting exposed. It's closing naturally, like a chapter ending instead of being ripped out. No scandals, no chaos, no meltdown arcs, just a kid finally being allowed to live like one. And that's rare in this space. Ryan doesn't dream about thumbnails or uploads anymore. He wants to be an animator, someone creative, someone behind the scenes, building worlds instead of being one. Quiet work, real passion, real life, finally taking priority. That shift alone tells you everything. He's choosing growth over clout, privacy over pressure, and that deserves respect. The empire isn't falling apart. It's stepping aside on purpose. And honestly, that's the win nobody knew we needed. Let Ryan go. Let kids grow without cameras glued to their faces. This should be the standard, not the exception.
If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Drop your thoughts in the comments and have an amazing day.